Peds Patrol here, and the FDA has warned Tom's of Maine's toothpaste company for violations in their health and safety standards. Here are 2 reasons why you should be worried. Number 1, the FDA did some testing and found that some of their water supplies contain a bacteria called Pseudomonas. Now, this bacteria is actually quite significant in human infection and can cause very severe disease. What's worrisome, especially in children, are those that are immunocompromised, for example, have genetic conditions like Down syndrome, have inflammatory conditions like celiac disease or inflammatory bowel disease, who take chronic steroids for whatever condition, who may have autoimmune conditions like type 1 or type 2 diabetes. Those who have cancer or are on chemotherapy, those kids are at higher risk of these types of infections, especially Pseudomonas, and they're very difficult and very hard to treat. That's why when a company has concerns about their safety and sanitation, Pseudomonas is not a bug that you want to mess with. So here's hoping there is official reports from Tom's of Maine with regard to if there are taking into account the recommendations of the FDA and if there may be perhaps an upcoming recall happening soon. Number 2, there's been a trend in the last decade or so with regard to fluoride-free toothpaste. There's been concerns with regard to some unfounded claims that fluoride toxicity can cause harmful effects on humans. But both the Canadian Pediatric Society and the American Pediatric Society, as well as their respective dental associations, have agreed that the content of fluoride in both the toothpaste and water is low enough and safe enough for consumption for humans. Not only that, we do know that it actually reduces the risk of early childhood caries quite significantly and improves overall dental health. So if you are using products that claim to be fluoride-free, just make sure that you are getting fluoride from some other sources like your water supply or bottled water, because that can help your child's dental health, which is also just as important as their other medical health and their mental health.